Live.
Hey, we're live.
Hey.
Go.
Hey.
Words.
No,
Say
joking.
them.
I'm
in
joking.
a sentence.
Shut up.
Sentence.
There's a sentence
Cohesively.
right there. Shut up. Period. There you go. Anyway, welcome back to another Wednesday edition, to the season finale Wednesday edition of the Get Down. Where you know that if it is Wednesday, it is time for us to discuss some games. We got a lot to discuss, so I'm gonna hop right into it. But first, I am your boy, the Hammer.
I'm your boy Snake.
And I'm Mingo D.
Yeah, and we are getting nerdy. So, stuff to talk about right off the bat. We're going to talk Battlefield. Yes, it's finally here as far as, you know, the little early access. I got my 10 hours. I haven't used all of them, but I have played some Battlefield. And let me say this. I'm going to put a small disclaimer out there right now. I 100% think that outside of a few complaints that I'm going to touch on, I 100% people are nitpicking about a lot of stuff with this game. In my experience with this game, the time that I've played, I had fun, and I had to look at it with the aspect of, you know, am I just suffering from lack of Battlefield? You know, am I just been missing it that much and I just don't care? But going back and looking at it and like looking at how I played and what I saw, there's a lot of nitpicking going on with this game. The game is solid. The game is fun. Yeah, it doesn't have a story. I personally don't care that it doesn't have a single player campaign. There's so much fun and stuff to do that we're going to get into with this game being multiplayer and being like it is. I genuinely do not care that there's no multiplayer. Okay. Now,
What?
as far as the things that I did see, things that need to be fixed, and they're not all on console. Some of them are on PC, and I had to find videos to show me that it was on PC. So one of the things that was on PC that was a big problem, there are some hit detection issues. The hitbox is a little bit skewed, a little bit off on PC. I did not experience on console when I played on Xbox, but I did watch a video where guys playing on PC, and the hitbox was a little bit off. He aimed with a red dot sight at a player, and it was just off to the right of the guy's leg. It wasn't on him. He shot, and it still hit. So I get why the complaint would be there for that, because that's, you know, that could be life and death type situation. So I get that. Yes, Mingo D.
Look, I'm gonna make this the smallest rant, but it's kind of like but it's a rant, but And my thing is, good. That's a good thing. Hey, look, PC been cheating for years with the little clickety click, extra aimbot, perfect, super perfect, 200%. Ain't no such thing 200%, but extra perfect shot. Now your hitbox is off, and now you playing like regular console people, and you're mad. Hey, deal with it. It's regular competition. Now it's a fair fight. Just like when M. Bison dropped his power level down and Ryu and Ken whooped him. Hey, deal with it. Sorry, there you go. You continue now. I just wanted to say that.
I'm with it. I'm with the rant. I agree. But, I mean, it is a thing. It is a complaint. Yeah. I get it. Because you want, you know, again, it could be the difference between killing somebody and getting killed because the hit detection is off. And when you're supposed to be hitting them, you're not, or when you're not supposed to be getting hit, you are getting hit. So, you know, I can see that complaint. That's something that does need to be fixed. Another thing, PC, is they've had frame rate issues. People have been dropping frame rates. I get that. That can cause, you know, you can get some people jumping around or doing some weird stuff. Like, I could see where that could cause a problem. There was also, they said a thing.
Is that a internet thing, or just or like a graphics card thing, or is it the game?
A lot of people were saying they were adjusting their graphics card to compensate for the issue with the game.
Oh.
That's what they were doing to fix the problem until DICE fixes the problem on the game side. But
okay, so it is the game side.
Frames being dropped, and, you know, in the middle of playing, and, you know, it's just like a thing. So, I mean, again, I get that complaint can cause some issues. I get it. There was another small issue, and it's very, very isolated, weird, with rubber banding when they use a certain grenade. It caused rubber banding issues. So they took that grenade out effectively for right now, I guess, until they can adjust whatever it is that's making it do that, because it's just that one grenade that causes it. So they took that out, and it seems to alleviate the problem. But they're going to work on whatever it is with that particular item in the game that's causing it. They're going to work on it in the end so they can put that grenade back in. Again, it's a legit complaint. Outside of that, all this other complaining, listen, yes, the loadout menu is it's a little confusing. It seems a little out of place a little bit. Like it could be reorganized a little bit better. I get that. No reason to complain about it. The gameplay, no reason to complain about it. As a whole, the gameplay is awesome. Graphically, for a console game, and I'm behind a console, still beautiful, still realistic. Absolutely outrageous. You watch sand like swallow whole skyscrapers and crap. That is the craziest thing ever. It's awesome. There's just not a lot to complain about with this game. A lot of these videos you see where people are like, they're nitpicking because the game is really put together well. Like it is a really very, very well put out game. And we all know games get released with bugs anyway. It's a thing. It's a thing now. They get it as complete as they possibly can to a certain extent, and then they just release it because they have a schedule to keep. And then they 100% plan. Like before they even release a game, they've already got like 3 patches in mind of what they're going to have to put in because they already know. They know there's going to be things. There's no things not complete. They're going to put it out as DLC or have it as a random update that just happens. You might not even be at home and the game just updates if you have your game on standby like I do. But, I mean, there's no reason to complain about this game. Now, as far as features, like I said, it's all multiplayer, and it has different forms of different types of gameplay that you can do. There's all-out warfare, which just has the epic battles where basically you play like conquest, on the big maps, a lot of people. You gotta capture points, and they have a new capture system now where it's not just, we're gonna capture A, and there's like one spot that's A, and then you get everybody fighting at that one spot. No, now it's broken up. So you have like A1, A2, and depending on if the map is like one of the huge maps, it might be like A3. Well,
wow.
In order to completely secure the A spot, you got to secure all 3 of the objectives. And then you have control of A and so forth. And you go to B, you go to C, however far, how many ever letters there is. So they've improved that to make it to where it really is all-out warfare. I experienced it because I was curious. I was like, man, they did this. I want to see if it's really like this. It is. Like you can't. It's not just all concentrated war on like one spot on a map, and then the rest of the map is just doing nothing. It's just there. Like there is stuff going on at this point, but then over at A3, you got there's a tank over there with a dude with like a RPG trying to fight the tank, and like ground troops trying to do stuff. And then there's a guy like repairing the tank while the other people are shooting at like it is craziness over there. And then over here, you got to focus on what you're doing because there's a sniper out there somewhere trying to take you out so he can run up and take the spot. Like it's very, very.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's war. It's not just a single like skirmish in one spot. So they did a good job with that. But they have that style of gameplay. It's called all-out warfare. Then you have what they call Hazard Zone. Hazard Zone is more squad-based. Like you do, it's almost like when I say squad-based, it's objective oriented. Like you have to, like there's a deal I played where I had to secure these data drives. It was me and 3 teammates who had to secure these data drives, but there's like 4 other squads that are enemies that are trying to secure the same data files. They're trying to secure it too. Plus, there's somebody that's guarding it that knows we're coming. So you have to it's very, very, like I said, squad based, and you have to pick and choose how you do everything. And you want to, get these. You secure them. You got to hold on to them because there are other people that are still gonna try to kill you and take the ones you have. And eventually, the extraction plane comes in. It sits down. It's got to sit there for long enough for you to get in there, and then you still have to defend it for so many seconds before it takes off because it's giving all of you teammates a chance to get into the extraction plane, and then you can take off, or extraction helicopter, so you can take off. So it leads to gunfights and things like that because people see the extraction helicopter and they're like, oh, there they are right there. We need to get the stuff. We don't want them to take it. We want to take it. So there's that game mode. It's very, very, like I said, squad based. You have to pay attention. I played around a bit. I actually ran into some good players. They weren't on headset, but we worked together pretty well. We ended up winning one of the rounds. It was pretty dope. Like it was real nice. And in order to get the data drives, you got to go to different sections of the map. So there was like 4 different sections that we had to go to find and secure the data drives. Each person can hold 3 data drives. There's 3 of them at each section. So there's four stops, and they're kind of sequential. And then around I played, they were kind of sequential, like one after another. But we had to move to those spots. And while you're moving, there's still people, and you got to try to hold on to your stuff and all that. But like you go to each one, there's 3 data drives at each one. You got to try to get those. You can move on to the next one. Eventually, that plane's going to come and extract everybody and take you out. So there's that game mode. Awesome. Had nothing but fun with it. No complaints at all about it. It was great. If you like a smaller, more objective heavy game, squad based, that's the thing for you. Do that. Hazard Zone. The belle of the ball with this game to me is the portal mode. And I've got it on my screen up here. You can't see it on the camera, but I've got it up here so I can talk about it. So basically, portal mode on Battlefield is a way for you to it's custom servers. Okay, so people can go in and make, whatever game types and customize what kind of guns you can have, what kind of loadouts maybe you can't have certain guns, certain loadouts, however they want that server to be. And it'll play whatever maps they selected to play. Cool. The interesting thing and what's dope is they have maps and gameplay or game types from previous battlefields that is accessible in the portal mode. Classic Battlefield, classic Conquest, the way Conquest was at the very beginning in Battlefield 1942.
Wow.
So back that far back, the maps from there, the rules, everything is there like that. And they also have Bad Company 2. They have Rush from Bad Company 2, which was always a lot of fun. Rush was always dope. We used to play that game all the time. I mean, Snake I used to play with him and Kaiser. We play Rush, and they got a few maps from there, and you can play, and you could use the weapons from then and everything, or if you create your own server and you want to use like the weapons from now, but in that mode, and you could take it into that mode and play the game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Those maps, yeah, you have those tanks. You can have like the maps of those maps. It's there. And then they have Battlefield 3 Conquest. So there's maps from there, and they have Caspian Border and they have No Shark Canals. Just 2 of the more popular maps in Battlefield 3. Now I will say this, it feels limited right here, but again, this is the EA trial. I got 10 hours. I'm pretty sure there's more stuff that is going to exist in the actual game when you buy it. But this is what they released with the early access. And even with this, like I was looking at it like that. That's awesome. I remember Caspian Border. It's wide open. You can tanks over. There's tanks up on the ridges and people flying jets. You got tanks trying to take out jets and jets trying to drop missiles on tanks. And it was nuts. It was nuts. And that's accessible now and playable in this new Battlefield. So they not only hooked it up with, new Battlefield, it's all multiplayer. They used the resources they probably would have used for a story and put those towards bringing in some of the best of the best from the previous Battlefields
That's good.
made it accessible for you to play. Since there's no story, since there's no single player mode, I can't complain.
Yeah.
I don't know what you complained about. Like that, I feel like I have like 4 games right here because I have the new Battlefield, but then I can play like I can go back and play No Canals if I want to. Battlefield 3, I can go back and play like Russian Bad Company 2. Like that. That was like one of the most destructible battlefields there was at the time. Like you could blow up everything. Tyler was notorious for like every building he saw, he tried to make sure he took it out and made it collapse on itself. He didn't want nobody hiding no buildings. Like every building he saw. So I mean, it to me as a whole, I think the game is great. I think it's only going to get better. You know, the little things that are wrong with it, they're going to patch it. And they're going to add more content. I'm sure they're going to have more maps. I'm sure there's probably already more maps. Like I said, this is the 10-hour trial. But I'm excited about it. I've seen a lot of videos out there. People, it's like a bunch of babies. I'm not going to lie. Like, being babies. It's a game.
Babies.
There's going to be little things, first of all. And you're playing early access. This is probably a really late beta build with intention like that they knew was gonna have things wrong with it, but they still want you to be able to play it like, hey, we're coming, check this out. You know, it's not a final build. The final build is when you buy the game. So I mean, you know, people whining about silly stuff. To me, don't listen to all that. Take a chance. You know, listen to what they're saying. And then do like I did and just sift through all of it and tell me, you know, what do you really feel like is important? I said frame rates and hitboxes, I get. I 100% get. Frame rates and hitboxes, I get. Complaining about loadout screens, just learn the damn loadout screen. About scoreboards. The scoreboard thing is kind of weird. It is a little bit annoying, but they're going to add in a scoreboard. I mean, it won't be
it's early access. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, that's a simple patch. Like takes that long. They'll add in a scoreboard, but the rest of it, don't feed into that. People have to complain. They have to. You have to have a group of people that are just going to complain about everything, and this is what
Gotta find something.
Exactly. So if you get a chance before the game comes out, if you got the pass, make sure you go on there and find Battlefield and download it. Get your free 10 hours. It's free. 10 hours. 10 hours.
If
you can go
you
in
can get in.
Play. You can get in.
No,
I got in.
I'm having trouble. That's why I've been so quiet right now because I'm pissed right now.
Are you trying to get into the game?
Yeah, like I push A, and it's connecting to online service. Wait.
Wow.
Right? Then his message pops up. Wait for it. Here it is. I knew it was coming. Reset your password. It's been a while since you've seen you, so your login credentials have expired. The good news, all you need to do is reset your password. We send a password reset email to so@hotmail.com. Please go to access wherever. That's an old email. Hotmail? I don't have Hotmail. I haven't had Hotmail since I was in high school.
Well, sir, it looks like you.
It ain't even getting this damn email address.
It's whatever you signed up with the last time.
But I've been having issues. No, I just logged into EA and stuff on my phone. And EA is on my Xbox. Like how through my email, not that email. How?
But they have that email because you. At
How?
some point,
I never used that email.
you had to have, sir. They don't have your stuff just because.
I'm telling you, I don't. I haven't used that in, like years.
At some point, they had it. It may not have been for a game.
I'm
but
saying they had it at one point. Yeah, I'm saying I haven't used that in years. I've already updated everything. I've been using EA Plus on here forever. You know that.
True.
Why this game pull out something out the ass from a long time ago?
Well, they were
When
reaching
was the
for it.
last time you used when was the last time you played a Battlefield? Because if it's been about that long, that's probably why.
That don't matter.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
can
that's
if
the
it's
game
nice.
might be recognizing that.
Not if I've been using this email for the Battlefields I've been playing.
Okay, yes, okay. That's what I was asking. Okay, but
I'm
then no,
telling
it
you
just could be a glitch.
that email that they're sending the stuff to was back from like right after high school, like 0506.
Oh
Like
wow,
when
it's
I
way back.
very first hooked, like probably signed in one time with that, maybe. Back with Sims and stuff like that. When EA, or
Yeah.
back when EA required something. But ever since then, I've updated it to my new email because I don't use that other email. I don't even know how to get. Like, I was like, that's why I was like logging in, trying to change it or add it to my account. But every time I go to put it in, it sends me a verification number or email. Like, it kept seeming like it was trying to change my password for my email I have now. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to get that one. So I don't even know how to get on that. I have issues. But sorry for my rant.
No, it's a legit rant. And you
Screw
actually
Battlefield
found
right now. So.
now that is a problem, not a scoreboard. That is a problem. That is something I'm sure they can fix. I mean, if it were me, what I would do is probably go on EA and just make another email and like use that one. But I get what you're saying, and that is a problem. And you found it right here on the Get Down. I'm glad we found it because there's something that needs to be fixed. That's a legit argument. I have no problem with legit arguments, with legit issues. The nitpicking is what is just irritating to me. But again, not gonna rant. Like I said, if you get a chance, try the game. Try the game. 100% worth it. I had a blast playing it. I'm gonna play as much as I can for however long I have left as far as hours because it's dope and I want to keep playing. Now, in still gaming related news and in similar news, unless you've been on the rock, you know we had the surprise release of Halo multiplayer and surprise early release. I mean, we knew the game was coming here pretty quick, but you know they just kind of up and like, hey, guess what? Got the pass multiplayer. Here you go. Have a nice day, and it's out. And you know, I'm not gonna be cheesy like the guy that I was watching that I was telling these two about, but apparently the game is absolutely dope. I have it downloaded, but I've yet to actually play it because I was playing Battlefield and stranded deep with Snake over here, so I haven't had a chance to jump on Halo. But everything I hear, even from some of the people that we play games with, you know, Henry's played it. According to them, the game is awesome. It says really good. It's well thought out. It has its issues, just like any game that releases. It'll have issues, but overall, they basically say that it is very, very well done and 100% worth downloading and playing. So now that I got it, I'm gonna definitely get on. I'm gonna play. You know, I'm probably gonna get my ass whooped for a while, but it won't be long before I catch on and knock the rust off, and then I'll be teabagging people and you know pissing people off. Because yeah, hey, listen, listen. You play Halo, you get that one kill that you know for a fact you got. You know, there's always that one kill that you get, and you just like, yep, I'm about to. Like in your head, you're like, I'm about to teabag this. Like you know you're gonna do it. Especially if somebody that's been doing like, you know, like the thing used to be, and Snake knows this. The thing that used to piss people off the most, and it used to piss me off too. The fucking noob combo. And anybody that played Halo knows what a noob combo is. Everybody knows what that is. I hated it. I hated it with a passion. So whenever I would get killed by somebody like that, like 3 times, I was like, all right. You know what? That's fine. It's a mechanic in the game. I'm not gonna be a bitch, but just understand.
What is it? What is the combo?
You know what the new combo is?
What is it?
Well, the point blank shotgun and then melee, dead every time. Every time. There was like no.
I was just wanting you to say it for the people that might not know it.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I know. Tyler knows what it is. I know he probably was just like, fuck that. They gonna use it. I'm gonna use it too. Everybody at least did it at least once playing Halo. I mean, shit, why not? It's
Even
there,
worse is when they do the sliding,
bruh.
because they slide and
When they added
as
that,
they're sliding, they shoot, slide, punch.
yeah. When they added slide to Halo, it just like, oh my god, y'all made that's like Noob Combo 2.0. You used to not be able to slide. You should just run around, and just like do it. Then they added slide mechanic, and it was like, what the? Why? Like,
Why would you do that?
Like, no, and again, I try not to complain too much. I'm like, listen, it's a mechanic. It's in the game. Somebody's gonna figure it out. Fine, whatever. But just know, I always had my Spartan ready to roll. So whenever somebody hit me with a new combo, I was like, all right, bro. I won't say that.
You only get one.
You get one time, bro. Next time, I'm like, all right. We know what's fixed to happen. I'm gonna kill you, and I'm gonna find the tallest something there is, and I'm gonna jump off and fucking teabag you, super teabag, just because you keep doing that. It was like a thing, man. It was fun though. It was all a good fun. You ran a little bit, but I am excited for it. Like I said, the world is pretty excited for it. It's been, it's like been the talk. Like, there's lots of people that are even worried about like Battlefield and some of the other games that have kind of releasing at the same time. They're like, man, it's kind of taking a hit because Halo did this in the middle of their pre-release, and now it's like, what are we gonna play? I'm gonna play both. I'm just going to say that. I mean, because I like both, but it does present the question, like what's gonna happen? Like, is everybody just gonna forget about Battlefield and just play Halo, or people gonna try to keep a balance and try to play both? Or the question is there. We'll just have to see what happens. I think with updates and patches, I think Battlefield is going to get to where they want it to be. But I don't know how many people are going to wait. Especially the nitpickers. I don't know how long they're going to wait. I really don't know how long they're going to wait because they're nitpicking so much right now. If they go play Halo and it works perfectly for them, if it works perfectly, they're just going to stick to that. They're not going to try to go back.
I think it all depends on the cult following though. It's like I think they both have their cult followers, so I think it's one of those like you got your people who are going to want a real strategized, let's get a team, let's go in. There's certain things you can't do, just can't do noob combos all the time or whatever the case. Then you're gonna have the ones that like, this is to where I can just run in, pick my weapons, go, stuff, whatever. And I think it's going to eventually get to that line where it's like, where do I fall in? And then you may have both, but you're going to play this maybe 2 extra more times than this one, or the case may be. So I think that's where it's probably going to get down to, if anything. And I think that's probably why Halo did that, because if Halo wouldn't have did anything and just waited on the release date, they would have been behind, and people would have been like, "Oh, I'm gonna play Halo in a minute," but I'm already like level whatever, or already about to get this new gun, or I have to beat them because they keep taking the tank and destroying me on this mission. So I will get to Halo in a second. I have to do this on Battlefield first because they've been playing it for so long. So I think Halo was like, you know what, we need to put something out to kind of even the playing field, so people, so people will want to, kind of play both to, that way when both games release, like you can, which one are you? Are you a red pill or a blue pill? Are you a Halo? Are you a Battlefield? Are you a, whatever? Are you strategize? Or you just all out this, whatever, So that's my take on it. I think that's where it's gonna come down to, because usually how those things kind of go.
It makes sense. Every bit of what you said makes total sense. It really does. Snake, you got an opinion about it at all? Why you busy fighting the thing?
Yeah. I'm pissed.
Understandable. No, but make sure if you get a chance in the game, if you got the pass, all you gotta do is download it. It's like 17 gigs. To download the multiplayer, and then in a few days, the other part of the game will open. The campaign mode will unlock and be ready to download to play. And
Yeah, I just feel bad for the Hammers and the Snakes of the world because y'all aren't gonna have. Y'all are going. I mean, I'm happy for y'all, but at the same time, I'm not. Cause I'm happy because y'all gonna have like a lot to play, but at the same time, y'all not gonna be able to play everything. It's like something's gonna have to give. So it's like
we were just
y'all aren't gonna be able to play anything until March or June. So I feel really bad on that part.
Me and we're just talking about that not that long ago. It was just like, bro, there's too many games at one time. There's so many games coming out right now. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, between games and like movies, like you have no time for anything else. Like, straight up, like you either playing a game or there's a new movie coming out. And it's like, oh, I'll stay and play this. Oh shit, you know what? Eternals coming out today. Fuck, better watch Eternals.
Turtles.
What's that? Eternals.
See, it'd be easier if like your wives were like super gamers like y'all, because if they were, then y'all can knock out a lot of content with just your wife. You don't gotta wait for Snake to get online or whatever. Like, babe, we're gonna get online, we're gonna knock out these missions, whatever. Bet,
That would be nice.
get online, knock out these missions, done. Okay, now when Kaiser get on, I can get on this game with him because I already did my missions for the day. You know what I'm saying? But that's not how it goes. So.
It would be dope.
Yes.
I have to.
Yes.
It would be nice.
But
that's a perfect
reality.
world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Reality, I know. Reality.
Yep. That whole like real life thing, adulting and all that stuff, it just sucks. But it is what it is. But like I said though, if you get a chance, Halo's another one that's free. Make sure you download it, enjoy it, play it, critique it if you find anything, turn it into them so they can, if they don't know about it, they can look into it, get the update for that. You may have 2 solid games to play with updates, and that'll be awesome. That'll give some great variety on top of all the other smaller games that are going to release closer to Christmas. So I mean, just kind of prepare yourself. Kind of like Mingo said, man, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So outside of that, I do want to bring up, because we were talking, like I said, when I introduced the show, this is the season finale of the Get Down, year 2 finale, last episode for the year. But the plan is, and we don't have a set schedule yet, so just kind of, if you're on Facebook, make sure you stay watching and keep looking at the Get Nerdy page, and we'll have, once we set a schedule, the plan is to start doing some game streams at nighttime, evening. We're gonna have some games. We won't just have a show, but
nighttime game streams.
We might be playing some Stranded Deep or something. Then we decide to turn on the camera and stream it, and have our, we'll have Snake's cam on, and we'll have audio, and you can hear us talk back and forth and play Stranded Deep, or we may be playing Dragon Ball, or we may be playing whatever, Battlefield, Halo, whatever. We're going to try to do a streaming schedule until we start the new season of the shows for Get Nerdy. In January? Is that what we're going to try to do? We're going to start in January? In January. So be on the lookout. You're going to get about 4 solid weeks of potentially 4 solid weeks of some kind of streaming on random days. Like I said, we don't have any set days at the moment. Don't want to try to put it out there. Oh yeah, tune us in on Mondays and Wednesdays. We're going to be playing this. No, that's
instead, you're gonna get a lot of this. No, die, son of a.
More likely,
I'm not gonna mother.
We're adults and we still do the jobs and stuff, so we want to make sure we're gonna do it and do it the right way.
The best thing to do is just tune in every night, because you never know.
Yep. That probably is the best thing to do. I just didn't want to get a schedule, because give a schedule and it'll be all screwed up. So we're just not going to give a schedule. But like he said, if you're not, if you haven't followed us on Facebook, make sure you follow us. Put a thumbs up on this video. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Stay tuned, because I think whenever we stream, you're gonna dual stream, right? You're gonna stream on YouTube too, same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, you can catch us on YouTube, you can catch us on Facebook. and we'll be playing some games and getting ready for season 3 of Get Nerdy.
Stuffing things.
Yeah, we're going to
that's not the name of the show. This is not Stuffing Things. That is not the name of the show.
Things
Get
and
nerdy
stuff.
with stuffing things.
Stuffing things. Yeah.
Raise the things.
Whoa.
Earlier, pause. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
just know I'm
Whoa.
the stuff.
Yeah.
So bad. So bad.
No, but that's all I got for this evening. Again, thank you guys. Season 2 in the books. Hopefully, we're gonna have we are gonna have bigger and better things to come next season. We're gonna be working on it. May have a new format, may not have a new format. You just gotta make sure you tune in so you can see what happens. Maybe.
And good job. Snake didn't comment. Good job. He's getting mature.
Yeah, right.
I'm so proud of him.
No such thing.
Comment about
He
what?
didn't. Because he was like, "We got big things." You didn't say anything. I just
You
knew.
got big things.
Yeah.
Well, I got a comment about it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm talking about?
It
You know
is
what I'm
what
talking
it is, bro.
about? Yeah, ain't no comment for it. Just you know what I'm talking about? This is there. Big things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, like I said, we appreciate y'all. Thanks again for hanging with us 2 seasons. And be on the lookout. I'm not gonna say when we're coming back, but we shall be back. And you guys have a good night. Take care. And this was the Get Down.
I am Lester Holt. I'm joking.
No, that's the hope. Damn, Lester Holt.
Because he's so cool when he like goes off the air. I am Lester Holt. Good night. And we're all there, and it's like, yo, yeah, good night. I'm ready to go to bed. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I had a bad day, but you know, after you said that, I feel good now. I can go to bed happy. You know.
No, I'm good, Lester Holt. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for making my evening.
I appreciate that.
God dang me.
Should have taught them. You should have taught them. You should have gave the people your gamer tag and say, "Hey, come get this ass whooping on Battlefield real quick."
Yeah, shit. Hell no. Hey, motherfucker be joining in and be
Be like one of your fans coming in and like, "Hey, I remember you from the Get Down." Well, you about to go. Well, I'm about to get down. Then they just start whooping your ass.
my ass straight busted. Like, wow. Like, absolutely not. No, I ain't at that level yet. Now, give me a little while.
Are you streaming? Are we gonna stream this tonight? Are you gonna stream this one? Because I'm sure about to beat you, so you might want to stream it.
I'm gonna be on your stream, so you want me to stream?
Just letting you know, I'm gonna whoop you. So
embarrass you on your stream, but on your shit, and then it'll be out there in the universe that you're not good at all. I'm not ever claim to be good. I just say I like the game, but still.
That's funny. That happens to people. I've seen stuff, whether they playing Madden or whatever. I've seen people on their own YouTube like stream or whatever. They get beat by the opposing person. It's hilarious. They get so mad.
People would like lose. You just get your ass. You just get throttled. It's like, bruh, they came on your stream and whooped your ass like that. Like if you lost by like 3 or something, okay, that's